Hey beautiful soul, today we are answering your yes or no question. And how I'm going to do this reading today is we're going to get a pretty clear yes or no quickly. I have half the cards in the deck I've turned reversed and the other half I've left upright. And then I'm going to pull an odd number of cards, and whichever we have more of, reversed or upright, that will be the yes or the no. So upright is yes, reversed is no. It'll make sense once I start doing it. And then I will dive deeper after we get this answer, and I'm going to see what is happening. I'm going to see what story and what messages the cards have around this decision. So if you're new to this, here's how it works. Take a moment to quiet your mind, settle into your body, and then we're going to bring the emotion behind your question. And with that emotion, you can intuitively choose a group that resonates most with you. There's no wrong choice, and whatever you're drawn to, it could be the crystals, the pictures, or the number of the piles, but it is your intuition, so trust that. Now let's have a look at the stones for each pile. Group. Group number one, we have this blue howlite. Group number two, we have this quartz. And group number three, we have this green adventurine. Once you've made your selection, skip ahead using the timestamps below and we can begin. Hello, my group number ones. You have chosen the blue howlite stone. Such a beautiful color. And you chose the world. So I'm already getting this feeling of a big chapter is ending in your life. The world is the last major arcana card. The number 21 is also the last card before it goes back to 0. And so it really feels like this big chapter is ending in your life. And I can really understand why you might have a yes or no question. And it's also a very spiritual card, like a big moment for your soul. Also like the soul's development, the soul's growth. And here's the first card. So let's pull an odd number of cards. So for the person watching right now, what is the answer to their yes or no question? What do we got? Even. Oh, very even. Here we go. Wow, they just all fell out. Okay. I know we started with the world, but this is definitely how they flipped out. And look at that, interesting, right? The first two are upright and the last two are reversed. And we can definitely see, like I had planned to make them all face down to do a reveal, but these cards were just flipping out, like turned over already. So there was this very clear message. It was almost like it started as a yes and then it ends as a no. So we have this overall, the answer to your question is no, but let's dive deeper and get the story behind, get the check-in for what you are moving through right now. So it seems like leading up to this shift in your life, there was this time of introspection, of like walking through the mountains like this monk, having a bit of time to reflect on what has happened in your life. The number 9, this is also a number of endings of your soul reaching that understanding, like you've learned a lot in this chapter and it's coming to an end. And it's a very powerful number. And so there was a lot of realizations that happened for you in this like last phase of this chapter of your life. And now you really feel like it's ending. And you can see the difference between these two like ending cards. The Hermit, he's slowly walking. He's really contemplating. But the world, she is dancing and she's so ready to explore. And she has this momentum, this excitement. And she's more in the flow. She's not in her head. And this card is symbolizing kind of being in the present, being in your body is important. Now this is where it gets interesting. This is where it starts becoming a no. And as we shift from the end of your chapter to a new one, we have all these no's, but not only that, it's the major arcanas 4 major arcanas. This is a huge, huge energetic shift. Now let's see what the Chariot reversed means. I really got this message that it's not about right or wrong. The reason this card came as a no is maybe you've been thinking about it too black and white. Like you have to do this or that. And this card is saying, if this is your attitude, this I'm going to win or I'm going to lose. I don't want to fail. I want to make the right choice. And you're really stuck in this feeling of what's the right choice. That's why this card is coming out as reversed. It's saying it's not about making the right choice. It's about this dancing energy of enjoying the dance, that momentum, and not worrying if you make the wrong step or if you choose the wrong direction. Because normally the Chariot, it definitely is choosing one way or the other, and it's a card of success. So it's really getting this message for you of sitting in that place of exploration, not being correct. So that's like the energy of this card. And then the energy of the Emperor reverse. This is the other major arcana. Normally this is the number 4 is a number of stability, of things becoming, creating the 4 like a box, the foundation. And reversed, this is telling me that there's no foundation yet, and that we need to work on the foundation of this next chapter, to take a pause before we take action. Again, the Chariot is also a card of action. Reversed means not a time for action right now. And the Emperor reversed is kind of saying, let's figure out what are the basics. What is this building from the ground up? And really, again, it doesn't have to be right or wrong. You know, it's, yes, the Emperor is like this very earthy, logical, how do I do it, ABC style. But it's also, he's an entrepreneur. And they make so many mistakes. I'm really getting this message, like almost a perfectionism or a fear of being a failure or being judged or whatever it is. But this is why the cards are coming out more as a no. And then your last card, the Queen of Pentacles. Financially, your home, your career, your physical responsibilities. Like maybe you have kids you have to take care of. Maybe you are getting, like you have a partner, or you have very strong responsibilities at work. Maybe you're a leader, or you are managing people. But the Queen of Pentacles reversed is also telling me that maybe things are a bit overwhelming right now in your physical life, in your career, or at home. But maybe there's like, you feel too much responsibility. You feel like you can't manage things right now. And this is why all these cards are coming out as reversed, because normally the Queen of Pentacles, like she's got it. She is this, like, I can do everything, but also I'm going to take care of myself, and I'm going to, you know, the thing that's basically impossible for us, me humans. But reversed is really, all of these cards are kind of saying that there's too much going on internally. There's this huge shift, and these are all external physical cards. The Chariot's 50-50, but you know, these two especially, the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles, getting the external sorted first before you start making these big choices. That's what the cards are saying. So I feel like it's just a no for now until this energy kind of shifts. But yeah, that's really important to you. Also, of course, financial stability. I mean, we all need that financial stability. Otherwise, we're going to be living in survival mode and freaking out. But another thing that just came through, the Queen of Pentacles wanted to say, was it's actually like the stability you think you need is not what she's talking about. She's also talking about you can have not very little. What is she trying to say? Yes, you need to pay your bills. Yes, you need to get food. Yes, you have responsibilities, but you can also feel stable, financially stable internally. Was a really interesting message. So it's almost like if you can embody this feeling of abundance or like I'm not in survival, I know I'll have enough, and live from this place of knowing, like the Four, like the Emperor, then she's like, that's kind of this second message she was getting. This is like, for those of you that are really here to dive deep, this was for you. For those of you who are like, yeah, I'm ready for this self-development, I am ready for this next growth. That was kind of like, almost like a cheeky challenge. Okay, so this is your yes or no, but I also wanted to just pull some oracle cards and just get a different sort of energy. You know, oracle cards, they have this different energy, and especially this deck, it was made by my two little kids, and oh my gosh, I love it so much every time I use it. And this card, well, we'll do it this way, is called Unshakable. And this card represents the wisdom of an elephant, and kind of watching and being resilient and being aware, and your memory and this intuitive knowing, and that you are unshakable. That even though all of this stuff is going out, like on around you, and there's a lot of changes, the oracle card wanted to acknowledge this super strong spirit and soul that you have, and how wise you are, and that you have this knowing already. Like, I have a feeling you kind of already knew this, and this is more a confirmation for you. You know, you seem to have this strong energy around you. Wow, did you see that one jump out? It was like leaping like a frog. Deep breath. Oh, can you see this? My little boy did this. Can you see this like sharp, quick drawing? And then I remember him doing this. I was worried he was going to break my iPad. And then there's like a stabbing of the pen, and you know, this big like random brushstroke. It's like this chaotic red, you know, fire energy, and then beneath it all is the blue, this deep centered place. And so the oracle card is telling you, take a deep breath. Even though a lot is going on, you have got this. Can you see the matching blue? This is why you chose the blue howlite, by the way. It's that ocean energy. It is that blue, calm knowing. So my wonderful, wonderful friend, thank you so much. This is all the messages for your yes or no reading. And I would love to hear from you in the chat below. And I'm just sending you all of my love and the best wishes on your journey ahead. Bye. Hello, my group number 2s. You have chosen this quartz stone. You also chose the 3 of Wands. My gosh, did I imagine this traveler, this person who loves exploring, or this person who loves pushing themselves. I also got another, because you see, this is a businessman. He is standing on the edge of a cliff looking down at this big city. Then there's an airplane going off. And this is a card of creativity, of expansion. The number 3 is like the Holy Trinity from the Bible, or like 2 parents and a kid, or when you're building something, when you're in that creative flow. You know, it's also a number that symbolizes like being pregnant, or creating a new project, or, you know, just creation, manifestation. And this energy coming for you, or around you right now, like maybe there's a choice or something that you're torn between in this creative energy, in this manifesting energy, or if you want to travel somewhere. I'm definitely getting a lot of traveling vibes from some of you. And I feel like there's also some entrepreneurs here. There's a whole bunch of people, like different people for this message. So it's really interesting. We'll see what comes out, considering it's a general reading. This only happens for my general readings, all these different messages. The one-on-one readings, they're so more like precise. It's so interesting. Okay, yes, I will focus. So for the person watching right now, what is the response to their yes or no? Oh, here's one. What is the response to their yes or no question? We just need one more card. Oh, hello. Wow, I'm going to say, just feeling the energy of the deck, there was a lot of different answers. But these were the ones that came out. So we got upright, upright, upright. That's a yes so far. Upright. Oh my God. If you were unsure, if you wanted a confirmation, 4 uprights and 1 reversed, such a big yes. with this like interesting ending. All right, so if that was all you wanted, it's a yes. But I'm going to start diving deeper. And first, I'm just going to point out that you have you have a major arcana, the Hierophant. And this is a really interesting card. A lot of people can read this in a way that makes their stomach tighten, because the normal card is like a pope, well, he is a priest, but like the pope with these two acolytes, and it's very Christian looking. It's very like church looking. And for a lot of people, this is a feeling of like nervousness or feeling uncomfortable. Not for all of you, but you can see in the card that I drew, I've got all these different religions. I've got a school of knowledge, and here, hidden, is also the symbol for the tree of life. And this is all the people kind of seeking knowledge, seeking the truth from someone who has walked the path before. And for example, that could be a coach. Like that's what I do for a lot of people who need help figuring out the purpose of their career. Or it could be a parent that you look up to. It could be a friend that you just need advice from. It could be a podcast. But anyone who kind of says the things that you're already feeling, but they explain it in a way that makes you go, oh yes, this is exactly what I was looking for. Could be a book. So there's this seeking of knowledge, seeking of an answer, and you want this, how has it been done before? You want this clarity. And it's also a card of finding your own rituals, finding the own way that you want to do things. Because you're not meant to just listen and follow someone else for the rest of your life. But at this point, there's some knowledge to be gained from the resources you have available. And it's about creating your own spiritual, ritual, religion, ceremonies, whatever word works. But this is really big, powerful energy starting you off. And then the next card we have, saying the reason why it's a yes, is the Queen of Swords. I love the Queen of Swords. She is very good at using her mind to help her make decisions. She's good at writing lists. She's good at writing pros and cons. She is good at gathering all the information around her and keeping this higher perspective. Can you see how calm she is? She is sitting, not facing one way or facing you. She's facing sideways and looking over at you. There's the statue of justice here, of balance. A lot of like lawyers have these. I think that's my clear assumption of a lawyer. They have a balancing statue. Oh man, I think I'm so funny. Okay, and she's in this empty courtroom. So she's about to make this clear decision. And she's studied. She's got all her notes. But when she turns to face the jury, the judge, all this sort of stuff, no one's going to see all her hard work. So I feel like you've been studying. You have been gathering information and you're almost ready to turn and make the decision. That's why you're kind of checking here. Look, this is you. Just check in this video. Just before I take action, let me just check one more time. And the Queen of Swords is also someone who has a higher perspective, but because she's a queen, she's in touch with that intuition. She's not making choices based purely from her mind and from logic. She makes choices while connected to her emotions, while connected to that intuition, and that is also a huge source of her knowledge and your knowledge, and that's really key. That's what the Queen embodies. She brings both of that logical and intuitive knowing and moves forward with that. Next, you have the Three of Wands. Now, I know I talked about this a little bit already, but as you can see, when we incorporate this in the story, this is the part of the story where you take action. Wands is fire energy. It's desire. It is passion. It is burning. And it is definitely a card of action taking. This businessman has taken his shoes off. He is connected to his center. And this is very much mimicking the Queen of Swords, this spiritual knowing. And from this connected place, oh my goodness, goodness, are you ready to expand? Are you ready to explore and travel and build and create? And I know, I can see all this fire energy. You have so much passion. And when you're really connected and you do all this kind of flow, you shine so brightly. No wonder all the cards are saying yes. They're really, really excited for you. Then we have the Four of Swords. Now, I got two messages coming through really quickly. One was number 4, a number of stability, like the 4 legs of a table. In your mind, because the swords are your mind, it's air energy, and this stability of your mind. And as you can see, a mind at rest, at peace. Even though you've got all these things you still have to do, you're starting to learn how to not overanalyze and not think. You're kind of combining taking action and thinking, and it's about not being stuck in your head, giving your mind a break. And I'm not talking about scrolling, which I'm sure you already knew. I'm really talking about that true mental break where you just sit there and look out the window. When you're on the train or the bus or you're driving, just having no music, no podcast, no favorite tarot reader. And you just let that silence. And you can see this person's just like taking his pants off, couldn't be bothered getting undressed, laying on the couch and just like, oh man, I'm so tired. And so this card is also telling me that periods of rest, as you are moving through this part of your life, as this transition or this next, like I feel like it's a next step, a period of rest is important, especially for your mind. Otherwise, you're going to start over-analyzing, and this really sharp intellect and like really cool, strong mind you have, it's going to start kind of attacking you because you haven't rested enough, or you haven't grounded enough. You've been too much in the air of your head. And so that's another message coming through. Make sure you get that rest, physical as well. And the last card, 10 of Cups reversed. Now, as you can see, this is a card of like dreams, happily ever after, and, you know, reaching the goal, reaching the end, you know, having that Disney fairy tale, whatever that picture is for you. And reversed is telling me, the message I got is don't like focus so much on this end goal that you're like controlling it, that you have this tight, almost fear of, will I get this? Like if I don't work hard enough, if I let go of my control, or, you know, whatever you keep saying to yourself, what if I lose my dream? Like, what if my dream doesn't come true? There's this fear of it not happening. And this card is here as a reversal to acknowledge this feeling. You know, it's a very real fear that our dreams aren't going to come true. But it's also so brave to acknowledge the core desire that you want, that you're aiming for. You know, what do you truly desire in life, and what are you working towards? Fun fact, this is a drawing I did of my family visiting the Crystal Castle in New South Wales. Oh no, in Queensland, in Australia. Anyway, and this almost future moment that you haven't reached yet, don't let the fear of it, or don't let this like tense feeling block your current moment where you are right now. Acknowledging it, definitely, like feel that fear, feel the like clenching in your stomach, or the clenching in your heart, or the clenching of your jaw. And once you've felt it and been like, wow, thanks so much for worrying for me, for protecting me, for trying to make sure I get my dream done, and then let it go. Because my gosh, are you powerful? You've got this. Like, the cards are like, yes, go for it. But yeah, they really wanted to acknowledge that. Also to give you permission to feel this fear sometimes. And then I'm just going to pull 2 oracle cards. These were drawn by my amazing 2 little kids who I love so much. And the oracle cards I just wanted to do to give like a different message to end this reading. Euphoria. This is a card of that childlike joy in the simplest of things. You know, when kids like see bubbles for the first time, or when they can, like my little son, he's trying to learn to jump right now. And when I hold his hands and help him jump, he is so euphoric and excited. He cannot stop giggling. And then we all start laughing, and it's so cute. So this energy is the message of this card. What does it feel like to enjoy this moment right now just a little bit more? Like, how can you enjoy what you're doing right now just a little bit? You don't have to skip straight to euphoric childlike joy, but bringing joy in your day-to-day life. Oh, here's the next one. Unshakable. You are unshakable. You are like this. I don't know if you can see it. To me, it looks like an elephant with a third eye. You are wise, and you have this resilient spirit. You have this intuitive knowing. And the elephant, again, is a sign of wisdom, a sign of the mind, of this, learning and remembering. And so having this like a wisdom and then this joy and these emotions, these are the last message of the oracle cards that they want to share with you. And such a beautiful message. Okay, that is everything, my group number 2s. My gosh, what a lovely reading. It was just a beautiful energy around you right now. And I also feel really recharged after like feeling the energy of my group number 2s. I would love to hear anything that you want to share or just your comments. I love talking to you, and every message I get, I'm so excited. I don't know, it just feels really nice to have this connection, because right now I'm sitting in my bedroom with next to my kids' changing table, and I'm just like alone. So when I get your comments, it just feels like, oh wow, like I can see the likes and I can see that people watch it, but the comment is when I feel like I'm really connecting with you, and it's so exciting to know that it's helped, or what you're going through, or I don't know. Anyway, I'm sending you all of my love, and I wish you the best for your journey ahead. Bye. Hello, my group number 3s. You have chosen this green adventurine. You also chose the Page of Swords. It was really interesting because I'm currently like fixing up this deck and just redrawing a lot of stuff. And the Page of Swords in this tarot deck, in my tarot deck, is knowledge. Like, she loves learning. Look at all these books. She loves reading. She loves thinking, getting ideas, like logic and the mind and people's beliefs. And she's also interested in like psychology and how do things work. And you can see she's holding up this sword and she's like, I want to take action on what I know, and I'm learning, and I'm curious, and I'm open. And even though she's really relaxed, it's almost like she's so open to new ideas and new concepts, but she's also this strength. Like, holding a heavy sword up in front of you takes strength, takes focus. And this is the energy I'm getting right now for you, my group number 3s. And we're going to see what is the answer to your yes or no. And let's pull out the odd cards. Let's see. What is the answer to my group? Oh, this one wanted to come out too. What is the answer to my group number 3s? Yes or no question. Okay, let's have a look. So far, ooh, yes, no, yes, yes, no. Oh, it's a yes, but it's getting close to a no. I felt this little bit of indecision while flipping your cards. Whether that's from your energy or like the cards are saying it could go both ways, but it's a yes. And I'm going to dive deeper and go through what message the cards have to say about this yes. Because as you can see, and maybe you've been doing this, is, oh yeah, I'm going to do it. Oh no. Yeah. Okay, yeah, no. So let's have a look. We are starting with the King of Cups. I got this message that you have some really strong emotional reactions going right now. Like, there's this big, as you could feel when I was talking about like this yes or no. Maybe one day you're like, yeah, I'm really going for it. And you're so in and you're so excited. And then the next day you feel so full of doubt, like these big waves of an ocean, and you're going up and down and up and down. And this message is almost like, it's almost like you're embodying this. This is actually my son. What is he, 1.5 in this photo? Well, the drawing I did of a photo. It's almost like you're feeling these emotions from when you're a little kid. From maybe there's a past experience that's being brought up, and this is why the emotions are so up and down. Maybe it's also bringing up this vulnerability in you, or like just something that needs to be healed. And then there's also the adult version of you. And the King of Cups is saying the reason why it's starting off as a yes is because you have the emotional knowledge, you have this emotional capability to lead yourself through the roller coaster that is happening right now. You're putting your hand out to the little kid and you're saying, if you need it, I am here. I am safe. I love you. And I am here to listen, to embrace you, to tickle you, and whatever comes up, whatever emotions arise, you can kind of reparent yourself or just listen or experience it. And it's almost like a separate part of this journey, this pivot or this yes or no that you want to do, because it's bringing up so much emotional response from you. The card is saying this is such a good time to really connect with that emotion and to say thank you so much, and I'm so excited to see you again. Like, we're not really taught to do this with our emotions, right? We're taught to resist them, to be logical, to, don't be so dramatic, all of this stuff. And this is why the King of Cups, this is why he's a king, because he's followed his intuition. He grew through wisdom, through experiencing those emotions. And this is also a sign that you can do it too, that you have that in you. And you can also go to a therapist. The King of Cups could be a therapist. It could be a counselor or a coach. It could be a wise friend or a parent or a grandparent. Or it could be someone on YouTube. But just however it works for you, trusting yourself and what feels right for you is important. Then we have the Ace of Wands reversed. So this is normally the Ace of Wands, card of like, new beginnings and passion and following your desires. Being reversed, it means don't do new things right now. These desires, these impulses almost feel like a distraction, almost feel like I don't want to be experiencing these feelings right now, so I'm going to follow these impulses of I'm going to binge watch this favorite show. I'm going to go out and watch a movie. I'm going to work really hard on this new project, or but it's almost like this card was saying don't get distracted by all these new things, these new almost like the little oh my god, what's the name of those flowers, the ones that you blow? I don't know. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Don't get distracted by the things that just catch your attention for a second, because this is super important. Then we're back to the Page of Swords, learning. This is such a big time of learning. And now that we see all the cards, like you have a lot of air energy, but the first one was your heart. So it's almost like using this intellect you have, using your mind, but also connecting to the body. Like, don't keep it separate, because the page is definitely open, is curious, having this curious energy, having this excited to learn about the emotions that come up. Like, it's almost like you're talking. Can you see she's so direct, and she's like, tell me more about what you're going through. I want to listen. Like, write me a book. I have a friend, and what she does to connect to her body is her right hand is her adult self, and she writes herself a question. Then her left hand is either her child self or her teenage self, whatever needs to come up, and then she responds with the left hand. Now, I can already hear some of you, but I can't write with my left hand. I know how you feel. When I write with my left hand, it's a complete mess, but that's the point, because our emotions feel messy, and you can't be so logical, or the other way around if you're left-handed. But you can't be logical when you're trying to write with the hand that feels the most unused. And so I felt like that was something that might help you. And yeah, so this is that energy, like being curious, talking to yourself, sending yourself messages to these emotions, like really viewing it as an adventure. And you know what's interesting? We have the Queen of Swords coming out, and you can see This page is looking at the emotions, and it's almost like the Queen is part of you that looks towards the future. The part of you that's really tries to see the bigger picture. She tries to almost like something about the world, like what is the world going through and how can I make a difference, and you know, I want to make an impact. And you're torn between learning and being curious and like really want like this child again, or this youthfulness, and then this wisdom, this I want to be mature. And yeah, it's really interesting. And you can see here she also has books on the table, but it's almost like she's past the stage of absorbing new information and she's ready to take action. But she's not hasty. She's also sitting in a chair, but she is poised, and you can see like she's watching you just like you're watching her. And there's this perspective she has. She's sitting in an empty courtroom, and it's almost like, imagine if inside her head was full of all these people with different opinions, what she should do, shouldn't do. And she's come to a point where she can clear out the courtroom and she can sit with what she knows, what's to come, and have that balance. Can you see the statue here with the scales of balance? And she takes action while being connected to her emotions. That's what the Queen's about. The Queen is someone who's in touch with her emotional body, with her intuition, and she uses logic together with those. So it's really, really beautiful to kind of see this evolution that is happening for you right now. And I love that the last card is the Five of Swords reversed. And as you can already see by the image, the Five of Swords is a card of conflict, of not being true to your desires, to your boundaries, of maybe being walked over or feeling like you've been taken advantage of, whether you don't listen to yourself or you let other people sway you. But the fact that it's reversed is that you're aware of this, that you are changing it, that you set your boundaries with love, compassion, peace. Like there's no stress in her. Look at that. Super relaxed. And communication, how you speak and what you say, you're really, really focusing on this communication, on talking, on how to express yourself, how to be authentic. And this authenticity also opens you up to being vulnerable, because you have to connect with what you truly want. And the Five of Swords reverse really shows me that being vulnerable while it's still scary is worth it. Being authentic while it's scary is worth it. And you're really learning to not be walked over or not put yourself like afterwards. Like you're giving yourself worth. Like you are worth your weight in gold. You are worth your time. You are worth your love. You are amazing. You are worth it. You are worthy. Really felt like that was coming through with this. Ooh, my goodness, my group number threes. All of this emotion coming through, and it's all like in the emotional mind. Like there's no earth energy here. So this is a lot of internal things that are going on for you. And before we end your yes or no reading, I'm going to pull some oracle cards that were drawn by my little kids, my little boy and my little girl. They're both under 4, so the drawings are not, the drawings are the cutest thing in the world, okay? And the first oracle card that wants to come out is Wild Spirit. Look at this. When I saw this like fish here jumping out of the chaos, and it's just this wild spirit energy that you're no longer being held back, that your emotions are setting you free right now. And it's so beautiful, and I love it so much. Hello, this is the next card. Oh, look, we were talking about perspective. And this is, you can see there's like black, there's pink, there's white, there's blue, there's all these different angles. You've also got all these different things going on, and it's almost as if there is no one truth. There is no correct, there's no wrong. There's only different perspectives, and all of those perspectives are wrong and right at the same time. And it's almost like you're reaching a different level of perspective on your life, or of perspective of whatever this yes or no question was. And you're kind of putting all the puzzle pieces together, and then it's almost like you don't need it anymore. I know that you get this because that was like the message for you. But yeah, I feel like there's this deep shift. There's this deep click that's about to happen for you. Okay, my beautiful group number 3s, thank you so much for your time. It was a lovely reading. On my end, my energy feels so good. Like this is great. Definitely can relate to the learning. I am like reading so many books right now, well, listening to them while I'm cleaning the house or playing with the kids. And I just want to say the best of luck and the best wishes for your journey ahead. I would love to hear, what's going on for you right now. And I'm sending you my best energy. Bye.